Hello and welcome everybody. I'm so glad to be here tonight. We are looking at the Alpha X Junior Championship and we are looking at a lot of talent. So I'll be your host, or at least I'll be your streamer, commentator. My in-game ID is Black1 and that's how we will keep it. I hope you all had a great Saturday day. Just came back from another stream. Just finished another stream with the... Oh, I even forgot the name. It's the AI Author League sponsored by Titan X1. So if you guys want to see more of that, check out their Africa TV channel, Titan EX1. And other than that, I'm really looking forward to this. We will be seeing a PvP between Magnath and Exo Striker, both of which are High Masters players. Well, Magnath is at 4.5k MMR and Exo Striker is currently sitting at nice 5.5k MMR. So this should be pretty one-sided, but StarCraft wouldn't be StarCraft if it was predictable. Am I right? Who of you was like, oh, pretty unpredictable this game, when they saw the Watchers Team League, for example, right? Nobody expected SOS to win against Innovation, but yet he did. Nobody expected 4 Shades of Protoss to do as good as they did, but they did. Just so you guys know, for today there will be no GSL spoilers in this stream because I didn't get to watch them, and I don't have the chat open, so I won't get spoiled. Because there is a possibility that Zest faced off against Stats, and if there's somebody out there who's like, oh yeah, this is just like Stats did against Zest, and then Zest won still, so no, I don't like this build. Well, for you guys, I am not reading the chat. For all of you out there who are super nice guys and only want to communicate, well, there will be time and place for that as well. We are loading in. We are in the first map. On the first map, it's Death Aura, and we have our first player in the pink. It is Magnath, and spawning in the bottom right corner, it's the yellow Protoss player. He is Exo Striker. Now you guys must be super excited to see this face off. Just as excited as I am. And we're starting off with a cannon rush. Amazing! Oh my god. I got to cast a lot of bot games today and none of them involved cannon rushes. And I am so excited because of this. Because this is this is a build that I did not see for the whole day. And I'm so happy because I didn't see it. I like the choice to build the pylon here. Immediately tries to block the entrance. Second probe is coming. Cannon is started. The first probe is being chased down by by the probes of Exostriker. Exostriker now in a little bit of a tussle because he didn't immediately get that cybernetics core out. The cannon will definitely finish. I don't know if the first cannon is placed well as it is right there, because it's just placed so early. Now the probes of Exostriker were able to cancel it, but the next two cannons are on their way. The first cannon is finished and Exostriker is in a lot of trouble. Oh, Exostriker, you don't want to rally your probes in there. Okay, the first stalkers are being chrono boosted out. We see shield batteries starting in the back. The first probes need to be pulled because those cannons over here, they will do damage and they will do a lot of it. Now, I'm not sure if those cannons are in range of the pylon. If they are, that would be huge. Does not look like it. The first stalker will get out. Oh, the stalker. If the stalker can shoot at the cannon can shoot at the stalker, but the stalker has support of 3 shield batteries. No shield battery overcharge as of right now. We have a zealot being being right there in Exostriker's main, and we see the GG. First map is over, and as I told you guys, MMR isn't everything. If you have that one build order, if you have a good plan, you can get in there and you can bring the offset. Just like Magnus did. Now we are loading the second lobby. Let me check real quick which map we are talking. Everdream will be the second lobby. Oh my god. I wonder if Everdream is as good of a cannon rush map as Death Aura is. Because if so, then Magnath is most likely going to cannon rush once again. And Exostriker should really be having an eye on that natural expansion, because you never know when the opponent Protoss pulls out the cannon rush. Now, I don't think that Exostriker's response was necessarily good. I think if you drop a Forge yourself, the defense gets way easier, but you have to know it's coming. And Exostriker did not know about it, and therefore Magnath was able to get the first map. We are loaded into Everdream, and let's introduce our first player. It's the pink Protoss player. He just took down the giant as David. Give it up for Magnath. Now spawning in the top right corner. He's the yellow Protoss. He's Exostriker. He's Goliath in this David versus Goliath. He is Exostriker. Did I just say Exostriker twice? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I sure see another Forge. Well, guys, Magnath is feeling it. He's feeling it a lot. Oh my god, this is a block. This is a pylon block, and now, where's the second probe? Second probe is coming, so this probe needs to build a cannon right here. As soon as possible. This pylon will most likely fall. He just remade one of those pylons. One pylon will get cancelled. The cannon, and oh my god, this cannon is still reachable for those probes, but I don't think the probes can actually kill it as it is right there. Cybernetic score coming in. One zealot is being chrono boosted out. Build, yes, exactly. Build another pylon just to get those probes stuck, and keep the zealot out from the photon cannon. Photon cannons are started. Oh my god, the warp gate is almost finished. The cybernetics core for Exo Striker is almost finished as well, but there are more cannons incoming, and I'm not sure if the Stalker and the Zealot we have here already are going to be able to save this all. We have a second gateway coming in, but the cannons are finishing up and the first gateway is almost dead. One Stalker will finish, so does the cannon, and now we have a Zealot for Magnet. Magnet, what are you doing, you cheeky boy? We have one shield battery for Exo Striker. We had 3 in the last game and they were not able to save him. We have a second shield battery joining in. No power on that gateway, so this is all the units that Exo Striker has and will get. We see the cannon over here getting suspiciously low, but the cybernetics core falls, and that means no more shield batteries. Robo is being built. This cannon should not. Okay, it finishes, but will it be able to kill anything? I don't think so. The Stalker is being healed by a nuclear battery. And those photon cannons are getting dangerously close to finishing off the Nexus. The Nexus already at 600 HP. Oh my god, is this going to be the first upset of the day? We see the GG and Magnet takes the second map. You guys, I told you. Don't say I didn't tell you, because I told you. Told you so. That's gotta sting. That's gotta hurt. Oh my god. This has to hurt. If you're Exo Striker, this has to hurt. Oh my god. Okay. So Magnet was able to take down his first opponent in Exo Striker with 2 brilliantly executed cannon rushes. Now I'm feeling it. I really do. And before we go on into the next match, make sure to listen to this small little ad by Rashi. We got you covered.
My name is Rushy, and thanks for watching our StarCraft 2 content brought to you by Alpha X. Productions like this are made possible by support from our sponsors, like Cremo Company, the maker of men's grooming products designed with good uncommon scents, like bourbon and oak. It's a smooth, lively scent designed by Cremo's scent experts with a layered blend of distillers' spices, bourbon, and white oak. It's just one of the many uncommon scents you can experience in Cremo body wash, body bars, barber-grade shampoo, and their new antiperspirants and deodorants. Check out their sponsor quest to learn more about Cremo, or look them up at cremocompany.com. Thank you for supporting Alpha X, and thank you for considering checking out our awesome sponsors. Now, let's head back to the action.
Well, thank you. Rashi. And since we just had Rashi give a little shout out for our sponsor Cremo, let's go and visit him on the NA server, because we are switching servers for this next match. And I'm already excited, man. Let's get this going. Who of you would have guessed Exo Striker will lose this? Huh? Who of you would guess? Exactly. Nobody. Because I told you about the MMR. And as soon as I told you about the MMR, you guys thought, well, this is an easy walkover for Exo Striker. Turns out it wasn't. Right? Well, first maps have been chosen. First map will be Golden Wall. Second map, Eternal Empire. So guys, make sure to spam a little bit of that kappa in the chat to support our players. The more kappa we get, the more support our players get. Now, I'm already in the lobby, so can't take any longer. If you guys feel like it, if you guys have some free time, make sure to head on over to Matcherino and give us some free money. Just for free. All you have to do is go on that website, matcherino.com, get to our tournament and use the free coupon code AXGC8. Got it? AXGC8. I'm sure you will find this one in the chat as well. And it would mean a lot to me, the organizers of this tournament, and the players, because every last cent that we make over Matcherino is directly infused into the prize pool. And that's amazing because it supports the players. The players get more money. Now, we are loading in to Golden Wall and spawning on the left. He's a Red Zerg player. He wants to be a secret boy, but we all know he's spy. Spawning on the right side of Golden Wall. He is a blue Terran player. Some of you might know him as Reyna's brother, but here he is Baby Marine. Now guys, make sure to give some kappa in the chat so our players know you mean it. You know? Gotta go kappa in chat. Gotta mean it. Why did nobody tell me that there was no sound? Because I have the chat closed. I'm lucky. But now you guys have sound. And come on, who of you really missed the cannon sound? Nobody. That's right. Now Baby Marine is making his way across the map to see what the Zerg is doing, just to keep him honest, just to keep it a little bit more interesting. He sees the timing for the hatchery, should know, okay, no pool first, we are good. I can just walk across the map with my Reaper. I don't have to be afraid of any kind of Ro8 shenanigans early on in the match. And so the Spy, he is flying across the map with his Overlord. And Overlords are Overlords, right? So he will only get a really late scout off. He sees the Reaper, and if you see the Reaper, you feel pretty good. I'd say you feel pretty good. Pretty good. Nice hiding the drone from the Reaper over here. Really like that move. You see a lot of pro gamers actually performing this, because like you sneak out the drone, your opponent does not know if you have a drone there or not. Reaper stays there in case you didn't sneak it out, and then you get that hatchery up for free. No block on the hatchery that way. You see, the Reaper was already on the way to block that hatchery. Now the hatchery was already placed, has already been placed, so no block. Sad to see for the Terran, but as a Zerg you feel pretty good about that. We have Stim coming in to barracks. Come on, start the starport. Starport should be started any second now. And then we will see a 16 marine drop. Already looking forward to it. Because on this map you have that small area over here where you can just drop your stuff and nobody sees it. And then you stim in and just kill all the workers and then it's GG. Basically. Well, if your opponent has 2 left hands and is not reacting to 16 marines stimming into his main mineral line. On the other side we see a little bit of droning, little bit of queen production for Spy. He is obviously looking for the more macro oriented play right here. I think we'll see him at a little. I think we'll see him at Bending Nest soon. And from there on, we'll see if he decides to go for Hydralisks or for Mutalisks. As of right now, we only see 2 gas, so I'm guessing Muta, even though this could be a Ro8 timing. We see a lot of Zerglings being started and produced. Okay, 20. Okay, Bending Nest is coming down. What is your plan with 40 Banelings? Is he just going for a bending bust? Well, we'll figure out soon. But first we have Baby Marine boosting across the map with his full Medivacs, going into the main and dropping it right at the ramp. There's no vision. Now the Zerglings spot the drop, and this drop might be able to do a lot of damage. Nice block on that choke. Some Zerglings still make it into the main base. So pick up, get out of there. And we see 2 additional evolution chambers coming in. Curious how Spy's plan is looking right now, because he didn't morph any Banelings yet. He did go for that gold expansion, which should be cancelled. Well, he did cancel it in time. Baby Marine still gets the drone, so no immediate remake on that one. The Lynx are not trading all too well against those Marines with almost combat shield and a good fight position together with those medivacs. We see a follow-up push coming in for Baby Marine. He's scanning right now to clear some of the creep, but well, I don't know if that scan wasn't a little bit too early. The main forces of Baby Marine are only now closing in, and we indeed see Banelings being morphed right now. A lot of overlords here in front of the bases. Now they have speed, so they should not die immediately. The Banelings will finish now, and if they get really good connections, that could really hurt Baby Marine, but the splitting is impeccable, and the tanks do a lot of damage as well, and therefore those Banelings were not as big of a threat for Baby Marine, and Baby Marine secures himself map number 1. Now the second map will be Eternal Empire, and it will be played on Europe. So gotta feel good about this for Baby Marine. As a Terran, I personally really like Eternal Empire. I don't know about you guys, but If I go into a best of 3, I make sure I get Eternal Empire as my first map, because I can just go for a long macro game that draws my opponent out, shows me what he likes to do, because like cheesing is just really bad on Eternal Empire unless you're Protoss. It's quite good. First map Golden Wall was a good choice by Baby Marine. By Baby Marine as well. Because, well, if you get Golden Wall with bio, it's pretty good, especially if you go for a tank push around the lower half of the map. That could really snowball if you get into the main with your Marines and your Medivacs and get on top of their tech, and obviously the main mineral line. That's amazing, because usually Zergs tend to take their layer in the main. Now we just loaded into Eternal Empire. Score is 1-0 as it is. We see the player who is currently up 1-0. He's Alpha X very own Violet Baby Marine. And spawning in the top right corner, he's a red Zerg player. He's part of Team Axon. Give it up for Spy. Now Spy is looking like he wants to get a little aggressive right away on this map. I personally don't like it, but it could be that we just see early speedlings and from there on traditional macro game, because the third base is rather hard to take if an SCV or a Reaper decide to block it. You know, Rashi taught me that. If that is the case, then you will be delayed in taking that third base, getting that early speed for the Zerglings, and Zerglings overall will guarantee you to get that third base location a lot easier. We see 4 Zerglings on the way, but we see no gas being used as of yet. Okay, speed is coming in now. And on the other side, we see a pretty standard Reaper fast expand build by Baby Marine. Let's see if he decides to add a second gas with the factory. Oh, he decides to get the Marine. I like that choice. Just a little bit safer. Okay, we still have to get the gas. If he goes for no gas, that usually translates into I'm going for triple CC right away, and as of right now, Baby Marine should feel pretty good about what he's seeing, but Spy decided to get that Baneling nest, and he's building a lot of Zerglings and will be pushing across the map soon. Nice micro here by Baby Marine. Gets almost all the Zerglings. He gets all the Zerglings. Speed is not yet done. 10 seconds from finishing, and then that Reaper should be dead. Now 2, 1, go! Zerglings are racing across the map, trying to get to that Reaper. The natural should have been evacuated, but Baby Marine does not look like he knows what's coming. A lot of Zerglings are approaching. Okay, he knows what's coming. He has bunkers in the main. He has everything ready to defend this. The orbital command has to be cancelled. The command center will be lifted, but there is a marine-filled bunker. We have a big wall off. Like, This is a big wall up, but this is a lot of banelings as well. 3 more on the way to finishing now. Okay. Zerglings are trying to close in first, but now the wall is obvious. Now the banelings are coming in, and the first bunker is down. 1 baneling survives. The Zerglings are closing in. The baneling gets a nice connect on those SCVs, and the Hellions are killing all the Zerglings. Now, if those Zerglings could have helped Spy in dealing with the Hellions, that could have been nice, but as it is, those Zerglings are locked out of the main base of Baby Marine. Once again, we only saw 5 SCVs die. Now with second orbital command, this is fine. This is completely fine for Baby Marine. We see Spy already going for drones again. He might just try to bust once more, but I don't think he should. He should keep those Zerglings alive as long as he possibly can, because those Zerglings keep Baby Marine on his map. If you lose those Zerglings, or if you decide to go for the Baneling Bust as a follow-up, you will lose those Zerglings, and Baby Marine might as well just move across the map and kill you with the Hellions alone. Speaking of Baby Marine, he's trying to reclaim his natural. The Hellions are now closing into the natural. The Zerglings try to force him back, but it's just too much damage out of those Hellions, so the Zerglings should just run away, just run home. On the other side of the map, we see a layer on the way for Spy. I would have loved to see him go for Mutalisks off of this attack. Maybe get the 2 gases earlier, but we see an evolution chamber and oh, there's a gas. Okay, Spire. Where's the Spire? There's the Spire. You get to become a Spire, right? Morph it. Oh, he was busy losing drones in the natural. Now does Hellions make it into the main base, and this is what I've been talking about. If all those links in front of the natural did survive, then those Hellions would not have been able to get in here. 16 drones have been killed off, and no Spire. There's the Spire. Spire is now on the way, but Baby Marine should feel pretty confident. He's getting a battle cruiser now. Now that's what I want to see. That's a little ballsy. I like it. We have additional drones coming in. There's no real gas mining at the natural, so Spy will be low on gas for those Mutalisks, and the follow-up will most likely be super weak. Now we have some Zerglings at the natural. Every once in a while one runs in, sees, hey, there's nothing to defend, get in here guys, and then all the units show up and the rest of the guys die. Well, what a traitor, Zergling. Could you not have scouted better, Zergling? Now your brethren died because of your mistake. Hurts. It just hurts my heart whenever I see innocent Zerglings die because one Zergling was just too greedy and gave a call before he actually knew what was happening. Now we have the battle cruiser in the natural, so do 4 Hellions make their way inside. A lot of drones have already been killed, and there are not enough units to actually drive this away. The The Zerglings die, and now there's the Battle Cruiser and the GG, and Baby Marine takes map number 2, and therefore the series 2-2-0. 2-0. 2-2-0. That sounds horrible. Terrible. Wow. Wow. What a game. This time around, clear favorite made it. He did it. Now, Miguel is inviting us into the next group, so we can have our next match set up. Okay, guys. So I will take a look in the chat now, and if you guys behave, I will keep that stream on. If you guys do any sorts of spoilers, I will get really sad. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, so far so good. Okay, you guys are now a chat on my screen. We can now talk through chat with a 2-minute delay, but you know, it's better than nothing. A is the best, to be honest. Yeah. You know, if you go to school, you'd rather get an A than a B. So I have to give Magnath some I have to agree with him. For you out there in the chat and the stream, it was like, for the videos, I'ma take A, because A is the best. Rather get an A than a B, right? Okay, videos are on their way. So far we have Pillars of Gold being vetoed, Ice and Chrome and Submarine are out as well. And as the third map, the last map, the 5th map, we see Death Aura being taken out by Magnath. And the first map of this series, give it up for Eternal Empire. Hey, Baby Marine got his first choice in Eternal Empire. And Magnath goes Everdream second. Now Magnath should have been the one to choose first. Turned out to be different because Baby Marine was just a little bit too fast. And now we have Miguel facing off against Magnath in this lobby. Looks like a lot of fun. Now before we jump into this game, let's give it up for Rashi one more time for a small little ad. See you guys on the other side. Let's go.
My name is Rushy, and thanks for watching our StarCraft 2 content brought to you by Alpha X. Productions like this are made possible by support from our sponsors, like Cremo Company, the maker of men's grooming products designed with good uncommon scents, like bourbon and oak. It's a smooth, lively scent designed by Cremo's scent experts with a layered blend of distillers' spices, bourbon, and white oak. It's just one of the many uncommon scents you can experience in
That ad was over a lot faster than I expected. Now, we will try this again later. But first, welcome to Everdream, And as our first contestant over here in the top right corner, we have the pink Protoss player. He is Magneth. Really like the decal. And spawning in the bottom left, he's the red Terran player. He's representing Alpha X. He is Baby Marine. Now guys, you all fired up? All of you fired up? We have a TVP on our hands. Now Magneth did get into this winner's match by cannon rushing Exo Striker. I'm curious if... Oh my god. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Oh my god. Can you see it? Do you see it? He sees it! Immediately goes there. What a 200 IQ move to scout there. Oh my god. Magneth with the Imbar calls. Not sure if it's Imbar if you go for a cheesy strategy. Now the first Zealot will be chrono boosted out to go across the map. I'm not sure if that Zealot will achieve anything whatsoever. The command center is on the high ground, so no worries there for Baby Marine. And now his Reaper is trying to make his way across the map. He will meet the Zealot. Small little fist bump and then we go our ways. That's what those two did. I'm curious. Mr. Zealot, will you be able to do any damage? He's trying to go for the SCV that's building the bunker. In the meantime, the Reaper and one SCV are coming back. The Marine is being microed so the bunker can finish. But as of right now, that bunker is not going to finish. Another SCV will have to be pulled. Bunker is almost done though, and the first Stalker is on the way. Now that Stalker will be greeted by two Marines and the Reaper. The micro here by Baby Marine is just plain better than Magneth. And the idea of standing there when you know that the proxy gate is in that direction was just amazing. Losing some hit points on that hull of the Stalker. Now we have 3 Stalkers over here, but the Hellion should be able to get out and get a scout off and see, hey Magneth, what are you doing? Are you committing to this one base-ish? Oh my god, this is way too much damage on that Stalker. That was a risky move. Could have known that that's not the play to do. If you want to go for it, I think it's better to go like through the top to get behind the mineral line of the command center. As it is, he as in Magneth is going back home again. He did lose 4 probes already. 5 probes fallen to the 1 Hellion. Well, that's a hell of a lot of probes to lose to a Hellion. Making his name be heard, right? Hellion. We see the Colossi tech on the way for Magneth. That could be a good way of getting back into this game, but the pylon that powered the proxy gate will be taken down by a Cyclone. And, well, let's see. Stalkers tried to chase away the Cyclone. Will just barely be too late. Observer is coming across the map. I think Baby Marine is ahead here, not only because the supply tells a story, but also because, well, it's mostly the supply. You can just see it by supply. Oh my god, the observer gets sniped as well immediately by Baby Marine. And we have 2 additional barracks on the way and a tank. With the tank you are super safe against any sort of blink shenanigans. So does the Raven give you a lot of security against those observers, DTs, and with those observers cleared also Stalkers. Stalkers are the unit I was looking for. Tanks being sieged, nice spread on those tanks. Will cover a lot of blink spots, possible blink spots, but for Magnath we see there is no blink, but there is only Colossi. And even in that scenario, I think getting the Raven out is great, because you can just interference matrix the Coloss, and then the rest of your army stims and basically rolls over the Gateway army out of Magnath. But that Raven has to be there for the interference matrix, and he has to have the energy to do so. And as of right now, he's going in for some auto turrets. The Stalkers see that, and they might be able to catch the Raven off guard, and the Raven dies. Oh my god. Not the play you're looking for if you're Baby Marine. If your Raven stays alive, I think you can walk across the map right now and try to cancel that third base. Now we look at Magnath's army. 2 Colossi, 4 Blink Stalkers, and 3-ish force fields. I think if you just disable one of those Colossi, the tanks focus fire the second one, and you just roll on over. Honestly, this army should be pretty much able to roll over everything that Magnath has, especially if the Raven was still there. Even the anti-armor missile would have been great. But now we have 3 Colossi, we have a bunch of force fields, we have a... Oh my god, we have an engagement right here. A lot of Marines being roasted immediately, but now there's only a couple of Stalkers left to support the Colossi. Colossi are getting great shots off though, and there's not much left of Baby Marine. Well, talking of a bad fight, right? Magnath took a great engagement. He is looking forward to get maybe some... Oh, come on. Defend this drop, Magnath. Baby Marine got his drop in. Gets 1 Stalker, 2 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers. Oh my god. I was like, if he gets another Stalker, I'ma lose it. Right now, right here. Gets another pylon, gets a probe potentially, may even get the forge if Magnath does not respond in time. The Marines and Marauders get the forge, the armor upgrade is denied, therefore the... Oh my god, if he went for the Twilight Council as well, that would have been crazy. But Magnath is now trying to move across the map. He's at the third base, the War Prism is there, it's sieged, and those force fields are pretty good, but the force fields won't save. Oh my god. Oh god, the drop is still doing damage. You got 14, 15 probes. Zealots are trying to do their best to give some revenge to that Terran player, but well, we saw a lot of Colossi die right there. Let's check the Colossi count. Only 1 is left out of 3 that initially went down there. I don't think that was a good trade for Magnath, losing so many high high value units, high tech units as well. And as you know, when behind Blink. Nah, when behind Dark Shrine, of course. Now Magneth is trying to secure his 4th base, but there's still a small medivac with 2 marauders in the backside of his main, flying across the oh my god, flying across the base. And there's another run by at the natural, and the 3rd run by going into the 4th base. The DTs will not catch it, or like they should have caught it with their eyes, but that, oh my god, that Nexus is going to fall! 2nd Nexus will get attacked, but the Colossus and the Archons are enough to force it back. Now, we do not have this DT still wandering around. Yes, we have 6 kills already on that DT. 7, 8 kills. Nice damage, but you lost the Nexus. I don't want to be the guy to tell you, but losing a Nexus really hurts. Let's look at the upgrades for 1 second. We see no Storm as of yet. We did get the High Templar archives, and this is a big army out of Baby Marine. He gets beautiful EMPs out across the whole army of Magneth, and Magneth is trying to hold on, but all those Archons just die off. Scan clears out all the DTs, and this is GG. G to the G. GG. 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 Next map is on. It's on. When it's on, then it's on. Yeah. When it's on, then it's on. Ready process for this lobby has been cancelled for 1 second. Let's see. Next map is Eternal Empire. Well, last map will be Golden Wall. Looking forward to that one as well. Now guys, in the chat, nice. Now guys, in the chat, are you ready for this map? Because this could be the map that gets Baby Marine 1 step closer in becoming a pro gamer, I guess. He gets him into the playoffs, out of this group in 1st place. But there's still a Protoss player here who has a word in this, who has a saying in this, and he is angry. He has to be. After this game, everything gets guarded. From the proxy gate to the Dark Shrine, everything gets guarded. And now give it up for the pink Protoss player. He is Magneth. And also spawning on this map, he's a Red Terran player. He is ahead by 1-0. It is Baby Marine. Now let me get this straight. Okay, let's go into this one. Baby Marine does whatever Baby Marine does. Shoots around, builds some racks. Watch out, it's Baby Marine. I don't know. I don't want to do the Spider-Man jingle with Magneth as well. Anyone out there who has a good jingle that we can use for Magneth? Let me know. Prob is moving across the map. And Baby Marine, are you being cheeky? Or are you just scouting if your opponent is being cheeky? I guess it's just a scout, right? Right? Yeah, just a scout. In the meantime, the probe has reached the natural and it's already looking to block it from coming down. Now the barracks finished. This is so beautifully timed out. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god. Now, well, there's a small boxing fight between some SCVs and, well, a probe. And the probe might lose this one if it's not too careful. You know, this is something that always rustle me. I don't know. That will always caught me off guard. Like, probes are just robots. They don't have any consciousness, nothing. Or at least should not, could not, I don't know. Depends on what your philosophy teacher says. All the other mining utensils for races, drone or the SCB, they are all conscious. Now Protoss are just cruel by using something. Oh my god! By using something like the probe to fight against living creatures. If anything is, then that is an asymmetrical war, because you are literally using drones, like drones as in not follow, drones as in following what you say to get the damage out. Oh my god, that Reaper has to be so careful. Don't die, Reaper, don't die. It's not your time yet. It's not your time yet to face the Reaper. Death Reaper. He's trying to micro his heart out, but he has to be super careful not to over micro and lose his Reaper. But he, oh my god, he gets the adapt. Nice. Very well done by Baby Marine. Amazing play. Big brain play. Stalkers are trying to catch the Reaper and prevent him from getting into the base to get a nice scout off. Meanwhile, Baby Marine is trying to get himself, oh, 2-1-1. Oh, some stim, some Marines and some Marauders. And well, our good friend Magnath, he has 3 gateways, a Robo, and Blink is almost done. So I'm expecting a tiny little bit of aggression. Though I feel like this Nexus is a little bit late. Usually you see the Nexus being dropped at 420. This one was dropped at around 440. Not sure what the cause is for that one. I guess just going for some charge, some salad legs for all of you Brute War people out there, and the Colossi attack. But the drop out of Baby Marine is making his way across the map. Nice scout with that probe. He could know that it's one barracks with a reactor and 1 barracks with a tech lab out of what he saw. But the drop is going into the main. The pylon sees it, but only extremely late. Now the first thing is being attacked, and Magnath should know by now. The Robo is most likely going to be killed. That pylon would be super juicy as well. Goes down, 2 probes as well, and now Magnath has to be careful. Probes are fighting against Marines. The Stalkers are trying to do their best. The micro is good, but is it good enough? The Oh, the stalkers do not get the kill out on the medevac. Now some of them blink down, but even with a nuclear shield battery, right? This does not look like a fight you want to take. Stalkers are blinking away, but there is still so much bio at that third base. Even more probes are being killed off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're dancing the probe kill dance. Dan, dan, dan. The Marines and the Marauder are still doing still having a lot of pressure here on Magnet. Stutter stepping into those stalkers faster than they can run away. 2 robos on the way now. 2 pylons in the main just to make sure. Okay, those 2 gateways, we won't unpower them ever again. But Baby Marine is already moving across the map with the second wave of units, and this time around he has some Widow Mines. Well, it wouldn't be a bio army if there wasn't some healing potential as well. By the way, this is so amazing, right? So I read an article on Overwatch, and they talk about HP, like flat HP and actual HP in that article. Now the Stint Marines and Marauder are going in, and GG is called. So back to my story. What you have in StarCraft is your Marines have 45 HP with combat shields, right? Now, first of all, oh nice, we're getting an interview. We might get an interview here with Baby Marine. Now, through those healing units, you get additional HP on your Marines. Like usually you have 45 HP, but because they get healed, they have a way higher HP count that actually exists. GG's. Okay. No interview. Sorry to have teased you with that, guys. But looks like Baby Marine is a little bit busy. We'll see though what we can get as an interview afterwards. Maybe we'll get an interview on Exo Striker if he should advance. Maybe on Magnet if he should make it. Or possibly Spy does it. He beats Exo Striker and then he beats our friend Magnet as well. That would be sick. It would actually be sick. So let's see. First of all, we are waiting for our invite. Invite just came in. Spy is on his way. We did not do the vetoes yet, but since we are waiting for the vetoes, let's check out our sponsor from Cremo with some beautiful Rashi. Let's go. I said, let's go.
My name is Rushy, and thanks for watching our StarCraft 2 content brought to you by Alpha X. Productions like this are made possible by support from our sponsors, like Cremo Company, the maker of men's grooming products designed with good uncommon scents, like bourbon and oak. It's a smooth, lively scent designed by Cremo's scent experts with a layered blend of distillers' spices, bourbon, and white oak. It's just one of the many uncommon scents you can experience in Cremo body wash, body bars, barber grade shampoo, and their new antiperspirants and deodorants. Check out their sponsor quest to learn more about Cremo, or look them up at cremocompany.com. Thank you for supporting Alpha X, and thank you for considering checking out our awesome sponsors. Now, let's head back to the action.
Hey guys! Didn't hear me, eh? Well, let's get right in here with Exo Striker versus Spy, and spawning in the top left corner. He's a blue Zerg player. He is Spy, representing Exxon. And representing Alpha X, he's a yellow Protoss player. He's one of the Wonder Childs. He is Exo Striker. Let's see what Exo Striker has in store for us. Oh, it's no cannon. It's no cannon. It's not canon. Guys, if you have a discussion about if it's canon, if it's good, if it's not, well, it's not canon, so you can't involve it in your discussion. Just a gateway. Just to get the discussion going, but it does not work as a legit argument because it's not canon. Okay, so everything looking pretty standard so far. Exo Striker, one of those guys who's a little bit all in when he plays. I'm curious how he is going to interpret this matchup on this map, because Death Aura is such a big map. I think a timing attack when the third base is supposed to come up is great, because or when the third base is done and is being droned up is great, because the distance between third and natural or third and main is just so big that it's plain good choice. Okay, Robo coming in. Let's play some build roulette. Who of you guys out there in the chat thinks this is going to be a Robo all-in? Like Immortal all-in with some sentries, and the rest is just Immortals. Press 1 in chat if you think that's it. Press 2 in chat if you think, nah, this is just to warp in more gateway units with a warp prism. Press 2 for that. And press 3 if you think this is great. Just, you know, you don't think, hey, this is any kind of build, this is no certain aggression, but you just think, great. I think it's great that we see this, because I really don't want to see any adept glaive openers anymore. Well, all of you that pressed 1 were right, and all of you that pressed 2 kinda right as well, because we see additional gateways, we see the warp prism being chrono boosted right now, and I think the warp prism should just pick up the immortal, pick up whatever is in the wall over here, and then everything is moving across the map. Okay. Immortal, Stalker, and a warp prism, and a sentry inside the warp prism. Let's see what Exo Striker can get done. We see a Ro8 on the way for Spy, and we see a lot of Zerglings. A lot of Zerglings. Now, Zerglings can do pretty well against this, but they need to be in position, and it looks like they will be in position. No force field can be had on that ramp, except, oh, you need to drop that sentry first if you want to do this. Okay, no real damage taken here by Spy, who did defend us pretty solid so far. We see additional zealots being warped in the natural. The warp prism is just cruising around, and now the real attack is approaching, and it's a lot of zealots and 2 immortals. Now, all of you in the chat who are like immortal all in with a lot of sentries, you're wrong. We have 3 sentries and a lot of zealots. I wish we had some charge as well, but you can't have everything. Now what Spy has is a lot of roaches coming in. Now he needs to keep his Zerglings alive, he needs to keep everything alive. Just pull everything away until you get a good position. He decides to attack right now. The roaches are coming in, but the warp prism is just warping in units, and that's all she wrote. Exo Striker gets the first map win in this best of 3 against Spy. And now we're going back to Europe. Hey, Europe! And did I get the sunburn on my arm? Let me see. Looks a little red, doesn't it? Maybe it's just a contrast from here to here, because here it's a little browner. Because I went outside after my first cast today just to get some sunlight in, and well, the sun was pretty strong. Sunlight was pretty strong. Pretty strong sun that we have here right now. Hit me hard. Pretty hard. And well, I was sitting outside trying to watch GSL matches. Then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh no. Don't have that much time anymore until this event starts. grabbed my dog, went outside for a quick walk. Little walkies. And, well, came back. Miguel was already messaging me in Discord, hey, make sure to start the stream. I was like, easy provisi. You can trust me. I'm an expert on streaming and such. I'm really good with it. Now, we are going into our next map. This is a best of 3. It's the losers bracket of this group, and Exo Striker is up 1-0, but spawning on the right side of Golden Wall. Give it up for the red Zerg player. Here's Spy. Boop. And spawning on the left side of Golden Wall. He is representing Alpha X in his team colors. Yes, Exo Striker. Man, that really hit perfect. Amazing. But also amazing is this 13 pool. It was almost a 12 pool, right? Well, we are at 14 supply right now. I'm calling now there was a 12 pool and we have some lag. Where did that lag come from? I hope it wasn't me. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. Zerglings being produced. Exo Striker gets a nice scout off with his probe. Always a good decision to scout with your probe. Now there is a gateway finishing up right now, and I think he will want to finish to start a second gateway right after that cybernetic score, and so he does. Chrono boosting out the zealot as well, just to be sure, just to be safe. The probe is buying him a lot of time as well, just by drawing those Zerglings back in the direction of the main base of Spy. I just wanted to say Psy, but his name is Spy. Well, the Zerglings are approaching the natural. There's a Baneling nest on the way as well. No chance here, Mr. Zerg. No chance you get in here unless your speed finishes, and the speed is still seconds away from finishing. 15 seconds away from finishing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And all those Zerglings suddenly get rocket boost and just fly into the stratosphere. Now the Zerglings did get some damage out on that adept. Should not. Turns out doesn't really matter because there is a shield battery. The Baneling nest is done though, and the first 9 Banelings are about to pop. The Banelings could deal immense amounts of damage to that zealot in the wall. Adept C1 Baneling. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good for Exo Striker. Exo Striker has a wall up. The zealot tanks a lot of Baneling bops. Now the Zerglings get in, but they won't be able to do any sort of damage because the Sim City here by Exo Striker is just too good. The shield battery was helping out a lot as well. Now Zerglings are trying to take down that Stalker in the wall, but we have some energy on that shield battery. Once again, another shield battery is being started, and now the Adept just takes the place of the Stalker. Everything is good for Exo Striker, and well, Spy is in a lot of trouble because all he has coming is Zerglings, and those Zerglings won't do very well against the Adepts here with 2 shield batteries. Now again, Spy's trying to just break down this wall. The Immortal in the wall though. Oh my god, there's no damage to be taken here by Exo Striker. The Banelings are coming in. First Baneling will be killed off immediately. The Immortal just face tanks all of those Banelings. He is not joking around, and GG, well played, is called by Spy, and Exo Striker advances to the decider match between him and Magnath. Now guys, you feeling it? You feeling it now? Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Do you feel it now? We're getting ready for the next group. Just check the ready process. And we're waiting for the good Valvador. For all of you guys out there who can speak French, there's a French stream online as well. Miguel and Valvador are casting over there. So if you are able to understand what they are saying, if you feel like a little French today, if you had some fromage, baguette for breakfast, maybe some croissant for, I don't know, coffee, just go ahead, go there, say hello from the English stream, say hello overall. They would really like it. And well, if you don't want to say hello in English, maybe you could just say bonjour in French, or salut, ça va? Oui, ça va, et toi? Salut, ça va? Oui, ça va, et toi? Means as much as hi, how's it going? Going well. Thank you. Okay, so for the deciders match we are getting into a best of 5 between those two players. Now Magnath did take down Exo Striker in the first series of today with 2 beautifully executed cannon rushes. If he manages to get the cannon rush through 3 more times, he will make it through this map. Actually, he only needs to win twice, because he is coming from the winner's bracket, so he gets a free win. So Exo Striker has to win 3 times. Good Magnath has to win 2 times. Doable. Completely doable, especially if you are a cannon rush specialist. To be honest, I think if I would play Protoss, now I'm a Terran player, so this is never going to happen. But if I choose Protoss in PvP, cannon rushing sounds like a lot of fun. Oh my god, this sounds like a lot of fun. You either win or you lose. There's no in between. For PvZ, I think I go for some Stargate opener into real big macro oriented play. Get all the tags, get into Carrier, Storm, Archon, something like that. And for TVP, I don't know, I don't think I'd play TVP. If I had the choice, I'd just say no to TVP. No! Just say no! No? TVP comes around the corner, it's like, hey man, wanna smoke some Marines? And you're like, no, thank you. Had enough. Been Terran my whole life. Now I'm Protoss. I'm good. Now, someone else who's really good and who's playing right now. He is the pink Protoss player spawning in the left bottom side of Eternal Empire. Give it up for Magnus. And spawning on the top right. It's a yellow dragon. He is a Protoss player on this map, but he also is Exo Striker. Now I'm disappointed that there's no cannon. I wonder if you can actually cannon rush that well on this map. I guess you can cannon here and kind of like build a cannon here and get some pylons to block entrance, or same here, maybe. Ah, he got into Exo Striker's head. That was a cannon rush scout. No cannon rush so far. Oh, or you start cannon rushing here. But you need to get in there first, right? So getting in there could be really hard. And then you're still super far away from all the tech buildings that Exo Striker has. Critical. Critical. Now, until right now, we saw everything look the same. But now, Magnus is going for a proxy pylon and Exo Striker is on his way as well. Let's see what the PvP gods are giving us today. Stargate. It's funny how they are in such similar positions. Actually amazing. Okay, it's a proxy robo by Magnus. And what are you going to pull out here, Exo Striker? Give me your worst. Give it to me. Show me your worst. The worst you can do. And it's a robo. Oh my god, we get proxy robo versus proxy robo. But Magnus robo is just so much faster. Will be done 10-20 seconds earlier than Exo Striker's robo. And then it also depends on who decides to chrono boost his robo. But essentially, Exo Striker should be behind. Little bit. Oh my god. Okay, it's only one robo. I was like, is he going for 2 robos? Come on. Who are you, Max Packs? Well, the probe should be killed off by the stalkers. Gets a nice scout off though. He knows stalkers. Okay. Oh my god, they get in. They actually get in. The adepts get into the main base and the first few probes are falling. 6 probes dead already. Might be the last probe. Okay. Okay, 6 probes dead. That hurts. That hurts so much. Especially if you're trying to go all in with all of this. Now the War Prism will be done soon for Magnus. On the other side, Exo Striker has no idea this is coming, as far as I can see, because he's moving across the map with what he has. War Prism is done now, should pick up at least something, not picking up anything, but he will be in Exo Striker space so much faster. He will see there are no units, and Exo Striker will most likely go for a base trade here. Unless he has enough energy for a recall. He does have enough energy for a recall. Will he just lift into the main base? Oh my god. The army of Magnus is there. There is a warping coming in for Exo Striker though, who is going to pull back. There's no energy for Magnus to go and recall. The probe line is being targeted. Now you have to make it work. You have to make everything work. No energy anymore on that gateway. Those gateways still have energy. Those zealots are, and everything else is still a possibility. Big recall into the main from Exo Striker. Now the micro is what makes the difference. No probes really killed off for Exo Striker, but he cannot reproduce any units. Well, if I'm looking at it right, neither can Magnus. He has no money. He has absolutely no money. In army, he's slightly ahead. 30 models just joined the field, but he has no... Oh my god, he lost the... Oh no. You cannot lose that Warp Prism right there. So important for microing, and now Exo Striker has the lead. He has a Warp Prism. Let's see what he can do. He has to micro his heart out with that one Immortal. 3 Immortals against 1. The probes are being pulled, and Magneth is moving back into a choke point. Choke points are really good if you have to fight against a big amount of melee units like probes are. But moving down that ramp costs you so many units. We see the difference in army supply already. It's 18 to the 32 of Exo Striker. Exo Striker now, like, all he does is great. He pulls all his workers. He gets all of the units killed. And now he's just tied up the series 1-1. So guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Woo! Let's get this over with. Second map for this best of 5. It's 1-1 because Magnus did get a free win for his upper bracket run. He did go through the upper bracket, made it to, made it again. He won against Exo Striker once with 2 amazing cannon rushes. If you didn't see it, go back, go into the VOD, check it out. Amazing stuff. And then he went for Baby Marine, and Baby Marine was just on fire. Baby Marine just playing really good. Magneth could not really hold against it. He tried but couldn't. What are we waiting for? What is it we are waiting for? Back to Baby Marine. He tried his best to get that, like Magneth tried his best to get under Baby Marine's skin. His proxy gateway got scouted immediately. That didn't work out as well. Didn't really work out really, which is a shame. And second match was just Baby Marine being the better player. Took down Magneth with a really nice stim drop timing. And then Magneth dropped to the deciders match. But he has a great chance of making it into the next round. And as of right now, we are waiting for the next map, which is Golden Wall. And we are loading in right now. Exo Striker versus Magneth. Best of 5. 1-1 is the score. And please guys, if you're free, if you have 2 of your hands free, go over to Matcherino, check in, and do us a favor, add 50 cent by using the code AXGC8. Okay. That's for our ad. Let's get into the match. We do the interface. It's 1-1 and he won once already. Can he do it again? Give it up for Magneth. The player with the momentum in his favor. It's a yellow Protoss player. Give it up for Exo Striker. Boop. Ba-da-da-ba-bo. Might go for a really fast expand here. Oh, I like... okay, never mind. I was just checking if there was a cannon rush. No cannon rush to be had, but Magneth has something else in mind. Oh my god, what are you doing? Magneth, what are you doing? Okay, proxy 3. No, you want to mine out the minerals. I know what you want to do. It's you want to mine out the minerals. Yeah, okay. Okay. 4 zealots coming in. Exo Striker scouts the main, sees nothing. Is he expecting it? Is he suspecting it? He's certainly not seeing it. That's how much I can tell you right now. Oh my god. We are through, right? Almost through. This is the last one. We are through. Now there are zealots coming in. Oh my god, the shield battery is so smart. I think he knows what's up. I think he's expecting it. Oh my god. Exo Striker, let me check this one. Okay, he does not know about the mineral wall being mined out there. He does not know about it up here. He has 2 adepts. 2 adepts with shield batteries. He has so many shield batteries. GG is called by Magneth. That could have been so nice. It could have been so nice. But it didn't quite work out. Exo Striker with that probe scout. And like that probe scout was just amazing. Exo Striker just confirming he did that blind. Magneth is like, lol. Why you do this? But he like the why you do this is my interpretation of his lol. Now he says go, and Exo Striker answers with, what else could it be, lol? And go. Looking forward. To seeing those two face off on Pillars of Gold. I was like, okay, which pillar is gold here? But I guess those pillars are supposed to be gold. Spawning in the top right. He's the pink Protoss player. He's currently down 2-1. Can he bring it back? He is Magneth. And representing Alpha X. He's a yellow Protoss player in the bottom left. He is Exo Striker. Okay, now I want to see. Is this a golden pillar? Would you guys out there say this is a golden pillar? I don't think so. Oh my god. Magneth. Magneth. What are you doing? Is this a max packs against the Protoss? That's so ridiculous. Oh my god. He doesn't scout it? He did not see it. He's not seeing it. You need to know it's coming to defend it. And he doesn't know. Are you... How many gateways? Okay, we have 3. Oh no. Oh no. He trapped his own probe. Okay, okay. Are you adding one more probe? Is there one more probe coming? Tell me if there's one more... no, one more gateway. No gateway. Okay. Okay. So 3 gateways. We have some gas in the main being mined. We are at 32 gas. So Exo Striker just went to the main and he's like, okay. Went for it again. You did it again. I just defended it. Why do you do this? Why do you keep on doing this? And Magnet is like, wee! I gotta go! I gotta go fast! And he does go fast because the zealots are already in the main. The adept is about to pop, and the adept deal bonus damage. Bonus damage to those zealots. The zealot is getting super low, but so does the adept. The shield battery will finish though and give that adept the power boost they needed. 2 adepts now in the main of Exo Striker. Magnet is trying to add in those shield batteries, but the probe dies, and now the Stalkers are on. The game is on. Stalker versus Adept. Oh my god. There's a Robo coming down. Now the Adept is in the... Now the Stalkers are in the main. There's 1 shield battery. I think you want some more shield batteries there, my friend. That 1 shield battery that should have followed all of this gets cancelled. Shield batteries are slowly but surely draining of energy. Another Stalker pops out. The Stalker of Magnus gets super low. The unit count is in favor of Exo Striker, but those adepts don't deal bonus damage to armor. But the Stalkers do. Stalkers do deal bonus damage to armor, and we have a Stalker versus Stalker fight on the way. 1 additional Stalker joining in for Magnet. This is super close. Additional shield batteries are being added in, but the Immortal is almost done. Halfway done. Can Magnet get that pylon? If he gets the pylon, the Immortal will not come out, but the Immortal looks like it will come out. Our Immortal is almost finished. The Stalkers are being microed back, but there is almost no energy on that shield battery. Additional Stalkers are being warped in. The Immortal is firing at Stalkers, and this should be it. The Immortal power is too much. What do you expect if you go up against a literal Immortal? GG, well played is called, and Exo Striker takes the best of 5 and moves on out of this group into the next round. GG. Now, we might get a little interview. A little interview. Let's see. Let's see. So far we did not get anything. Is Exo Striker even in this group anymore? Party without Exo Striker. Okay. Miguel is asking Exo Striker if he wants to go for an interview. Well, so far we did not get any answer if we would get an interview. Ah, there he is. Okay, we are moving in for the interview.
And
there.
he is here. Black One is here. He will be able to mock my lovely French accent. Hello, Black One. How are you doing? And how come you're still on Alpha X?
You got a wonderful accent. You got a wonderful accent. It's a very good.
And anyway, well, congrats as a striker for qualification. It was an hard beginning. Do you have some issues against cannon rushes in general, or was it just today?
Hey, thanks. Not really, actually. It's a bit hard for me to beat cannon rushers on the same level, but overall, I think it just was not my day according
Okay.
to cannon rush.
Yeah, well, it happens sometime. So that means you will be second today and not first, and you will be playing Arrow Fire. How do you feel at the moment? Because I feel like in junior championship, most of the time you lose against him, and on the other tournaments, for example, in Apprentice, you beat him. Like you beat him 3-0 in Apprentice, and the next day you lose him 3-0 in junior championship. How do you feel to play against Arrow Fire next week?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's the games are not the same in every confront, so I just don't know actually.
You think games are different when you play against Arrow Fire, who
Yeah.
always proxy robot?
Yeah, it's a different proxy robber, you know. It's like it's always proxy robber,
Because
but
for us
it's different.
caster, it's super boring, you know, because we are like, okay, I can tell you Arrow Fire will cannon rush, if the striker will blind counter, and then someone will win on really big micro move, or I don't know. So for casters, it's actually pretty boring. Okay, anyway, Black One, do you have any question for Exo Striker?
Okay, so for you already covered the cannon rushes, right? So I'm thinking, how did you feel when you went for that probe scout in the last match, and you once again did not see any gates in the main? Did you go, not again, come on?
If it's cannon rush, he built Forge on his main base, so it's basically not cannon rush. That build order with Zealots is dead. It can't win I don't know, anyhow. It's just not working at all, so it's okay.
Okay. And for the match on Eternal Empire, you both went for a proxy robo. Yet you had the recall ready. Did you save up that energy for the recall, or did you?
I lost some probes earlier in that game. Usual when I'm playing proxy robo, I'm doing another immortal and I boost him. But this time I had not enough minerals and gas for another immortal, so I couldn't. I couldn't spend energy from Nexus anyhow. Once again, to be honest, I'm playing this proxy robo for 2 years already. I think, and in almost every game. So I think I just know how to play against the same build.
Okay. Miguel, you got anything more to ask?
Yeah, well, I have a last question for you. It's vacation time for a lot of people at the moment. So, how do you play? How much do you play at the moment? Do you have time to practice? And how do you feel for your next tournament? So, for example, apprentice finals, junior championship playoff tomorrow, and stuff.
Well, I answered almost the same question, I think, in the previous tournament, and nothing really changed. I'm playing around the same amount of time, and I'm playing the same way, so it's probably the same. I want to win them, of course, but I'm not sure will I.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congrats, and see you tomorrow for the playoff in a wonderful best of 5 against Fire with at least 6 or 7 proxy robots.
Best of 5. Nice.
Yeah, because you will proxy robo and
Yeah, I know.
2 on the same map. For
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
Anyway, bye, Strike, and
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, you heard him, guys. And if you want to know how this match between Exostriker and Arok Fire plays out, make sure to tune in tomorrow again when it's Rashi doing the stream and doing the commentating. You will not be wrong if you're expecting a little bit higher of a production quality, but maybe not as crazy as I am. So thank you for watching. I think I'm talking for all the players out there that play tonight. Thank you for going to that Matcherino and do the Matcherino code thing, you know? Press on contribute in the right corner-ish. And then you type in lowercase a, capital X, capital J, capital C, and then an 8. You know, like the infinity symbol, but it didn't fall. Like, it's still standing up. Okay, guys, that's for me, and that's it for me for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I most certainly did. Leave a follow, maybe a sub. You can all find me on Black1SC2. That's my Twitch channel. And on the Alpha X Discord channel. I am usually around as well. You will find me between all those other officers that are great people. And so we head on out, I believe. Let's check in with Miguel once more. We are heading out. Thank you for watching. See you guys around. Bye bye.